I think for business owners, if you're blaming others, that's a real problem because ultimately you have to have responsibility. If you're pushing the shit downhill or blame downhill, you're really short circuiting your own business.
I couldn't agree with you more. I believe there's so many entrepreneurs or business owners or people who have employees that have problems in their organization. And they're like, well, if they'll just tell me the problems, I'll fix the problems. But this quote I really love is that you can't talk to the mosquito about the malaria, meaning that if the owner of the company is the one causing the problems, how do you talk to them about the problems and how to fix them unless they're willing to change?
Right. And I think that's where I'd like to talk about Matt is that Matt, you've in working with Chris over this year and a half, sounds like there's been a lot of changes. What have you seen as far as how his business has grown and adapted in this process?
Yeah, great question. So it's actually the Vital team that's worked closer than I have with Chris and his team and organization. But we speak weekly about all of our members, and they get high marks for making quick decisions, especially considering how large their business is. And truly, the leadership has, as Chris brought up, total ownership of the results. And that makes a huge difference. We see members who succeed, we see members that don't succeed, and the ones that do succeed take the path of Chris and Amanda, who are the leaders of the organization, saying, look, good, bad, or otherwise, this is our responsibility. And then they buy into the changes, they make the changes, and their entire team seems to have buy-in around it. So, Chris, I think, will be better at describing exactly how that's impacted them. But for certain, we've seen a huge change, especially after this, this big transition internally for them, and really, a shift in their responsibilities, right, Chris?
Absolutely.